guys. I'll check back in.
Cool. Am I good to start?
So we're good? Yeah, I think you're good.
Hello, everyone. Today we have a chance to talk a little bit more with our distinguished alumni, Dr. J. Nash. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you, Mia?
Pretty good. So we're going to start with just a few questions just to get to know you a little bit better in terms of your high school story. So what was your high school experience like?
I had a great high school experience. I had come here from the East Coast, and I did 10th and 11th and 12th grades here at Marymount. I had lots of friends. It was a great high school, and it was a great place to grow up, I thought.
What sports were you, if any, were you?
I didn't play.
You didn't? Did you do any art type things?
Just music.
Music?
Yeah.
Were you involved in the choir, orchestra, band?
The choir and breakfast club.
Awesome. I love choir. I'm in choir as well. If you could have changed anything when you were in high school, would you have?
Gee, I don't know whether I would have changed anything. I thought it was a pretty good background as it was. I went to a small liberal arts college, and I felt like I was pretty much prepared for it. I don't think I would have changed anything.
Yeah. Does anything seem the same as it was when you were still here?
Not really. This is a beautiful building, and ours was an old building.
Yeah.
The teachers look young, and the students look young to me. Of course, it's my age speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I assume that the spirit of support for the Warriors is just the same as it was back then.
Oh yeah. The spirit will never die, no matter the decades that pass. What would your high school self say about all of your accomplishments now, do you think?
My high school self would be very surprised, and I think would be pleased because it's socially valuable work, and I had the same value system back then that I have now, so
Yeah.
I assume that my high school self would approve.
Yeah. Do you think your high school self would recognize you now?
No, I don't think so. There was nothing, no clues to what came later.
How do you think your experiences at Marymount helped you to get on to your eventual career path? Because I know you said your younger self would be surprised, but you also said earlier that Marymount prepared you in every way you thought that it could.
Well, I think how it shaped things is that I know as a result of several teachers here at the high school, I knew that I wanted to go to a liberal arts college rather than go directly into some technical career. And it was my going to a liberal arts college that enabled me to go to Africa for the first time.
Yeah.
And so I don't think if I had not had the same kind of education, which it pushed me towards a liberal arts college, I would not have gone. I was thinking of being an engineer.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was those teachers that sort of opened my mind to other possibilities.
And then what college did you go to?
Amherst College.
How did you like it there?
I loved it.
Really?
Liked it, yeah, a lot.
And did you complete all 4 years there?
All 4 years.
That's amazing. And then did you go to Africa right after you graduated, you said?
I went to Africa right after I graduated with Peace Corps, but I didn't mention that this morning. I went to Africa with the Amherst College Glee Club, the choir, the year before. And
so you stayed continuing to be involved with those kind of arts programs at the college?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you still like to sing at all?
No, I don't think I can anymore. But, I have to get into a choir to find out, I think.
Come join me next bell. Come to choir class. I'm sure Mrs. McGahee would love to have you. And then talking a little bit more about your career, what do you think is your most proud moment out of those 33 years? I know that's a lot to think about, but...
most proud moment in the 33 years, we did a project at one point where we reunited the two halves of the split Congo Republic that had been split by the Civil War, and a bridge had been bombed on the train line that connected the city of Kindu to the rest of the Union.
Yeah.
And we did a project to repair that train and reconnected the whole part of the country with the rest of the country. And I got to ride that first train.
That's amazing.
And it was where people were standing outside in the middle of the night. People were standing outside to see the train go by because it had been so long. It had been 5 years that there had been no train.
Wow. What do you think is your most inspiring moment from your career?
Inspiring or inspired?
Inspiring.
I guess the idea to have to have a brace shop for the disabled kids and do it in my garage, that was inspiring.
Yeah.
And it was kind of different.
Yeah. That makes sense. Did you face any obstacles when you were at Marymount, did you feel?
No, I didn't face any obstacles at Marymount, not that I recall.
Any obstacles when you went to college?
No, except the college was pretty tough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say obstacles, but just tough courses.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then I'm sure that you faced some obstacles when in Africa. Would you like to talk about any of those?
Well, one that I can mention is that with Stand Proud, the organization for the disabled children, we had started paying for school fees for our brace beneficiaries. And we believed in mainstreaming them into the regular curriculum.
Yeah.
But there was twice we ran into schools that didn't want to accept the disabled children in their school. And we had to go over one of them was a Catholic school, we had to go over the principal's level to get them to accept a disabled kid.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
How do you feel like you grew from that?
Well, I just learned that there was a lot of discrimination against disabled people that was out there that I hadn't known about.
Yeah.
And it just made me more aware that we were far away from perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, what advice would you have for high school students today?
Well, I spoke about that this morning. My advice would be to get some international experience.
Yeah.
Somewhere in your career before you get too far along and can't do it anymore.
Right.
Perhaps after college before going into graduate school or starting a career.
Yeah. Did you know you wanted to do international studies when you were at Marymount, or did you discover that in college?
I didn't know that even until I went on that trip with the Amherst College Glee Club.
And that just sparked it all?
That's right. My first international experience started it all.
Yeah. That's amazing. So really, it all branched from your involvement with the chorus and arts programs, correct?
That's correct.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it all connects back to Marymount in the end.
Yeah.
Who was your choir teacher back then?
In Marymount?
Yes.
Was Mr. Dominic.
Huh. That's interesting. How big was the choir program?
Oh, I don't remember how many we were.
Yeah.
But I was in choir and in breakfast club.
Oh, that's awesome. And then thank you again, Dr. J. Nash, for sharing more about yourself and your experiences and your high school experience. I really appreciate talking with you today.
I enjoyed talking with you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.